And this is just the latest in a series of attacks by the terror group in Afghanistan this year alone. And in fact, we've seen a significant increase in attacks from them as they seek to divide the country ever further. And of course, it comes at a crucial time for US presence on the ground and for the future of that country itself. This latest attack was carried out by a lone suicide bomber who targeted a crowd of hundreds who had gathered to celebrate the start of Nowruz. It's the Persian New Year's festival. ISIS claimed responsibility soon after it happened. The death toll has now risen to at least 32, with 52 wounded, but that number is sadly still expected to rise. The crowd had gathered outside a Shia shrine and included many young people who had been dancing, singing, celebrating, everything that the Taliban and ISIS hate. There had been a wave of deadly ISIS and Taliban attacks in Kabul recently, and both terror groups now seem to be focusing their energies on attacks in the city. US and Afghan officials say it's in response to increased airstrikes and military operations on their part, which they say have pushed the militants back in other rural areas. And just in the last week, we've seen General Dunford, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, as well as General Mattis, the Defense Secretary, visit Afghanistan. And that's ahead of the annual Taliban Spring Offensive, which is due to start any day now. That's when the Taliban launch ever more attacks in the country. And what we've seen is the US pull troops and hardware out of Iraq and Syria after the fight against ISIS is coming to an end, moving that to Afghanistan. So expect there to be some real pushback against the Taliban in the coming months ahead as they try to break the deadlock there.
Well,
Bill?
More updates on that. Thank you. Benjamin Hall, tough story again out of Kabul.